It's day 10 of Vlogmas. We're having a snow day here. It started to snow last night when I ran out to HomeSense. I did not realize that it was going to continue snowing all through the night, on and off, and pretty much all day today. Camden has already been out to shovel twice, and this morning it was that awful, wet, heavy snow. I felt so bad for him, but Glenn is still not feeling great. I'm not feeling my best either. I have a little bit of that sinus headache, and so I've kind of adjusted my plans for today because of all of those things. I was planning on having a little solo date downtown today. My plan was to jump on the GO train, go into Toronto, just do a few things on my own and enjoy a day by myself. But with the snow and with Glenn and myself not feeling 100%, I've switched gears. So I am having a cozy, reorganizing day at home. I'm just getting a few things in order. I've been washing all the towels, disinfecting the bathrooms. I placed a big Costco order this morning, which just arrived. James is home tomorrow. I'm going to be driving up to his school to pick him up. So I thought, why not just spend today getting a few things in order, and then this afternoon I am going to have a completely free creative time. I think I want to do some work in my little creative corner. I want to have a look at some of my journals and planners for 2026. I've organized Glenn's Advent. I think I only need to get 2 more things for the 2 missing days, and everything else has been wrapped up and put in a basket. Finally, I did get him some Buckleys in the Costco order, and so hopefully that will help. I appreciated all of the comments to check on him yesterday. And yes, if his cough persists, then I'm going to make him go to the doctor. Right now, I think he just needs rest. He doesn't have a fever. He really doesn't have anything except this horrendous cough and a sinus headache. So I've been supplying tea and Neocitrin nonstop, making sure he's hydrated. I've got eucalyptus oil for when he takes a shower. I've got all of the things we normally do, and hopefully another day of rest will help. And then maybe next week, if it's not too busy, I can have my solo date downtown. So I'm in the studio. I've brought the first 4 days of my Camijo Knits Advent, and I think I'm going to wind them up for the pattern here, for the habitation throw, and I might just put it all into a little bag, and then if inspiration strikes and I'm in the mood, I can just grab it and start, because it's kind of calling to me. And sometimes that's just the way it goes with me and knitting. I know I've been talking about casting on for the Norma sweater. I recently started the Ooey Gooey sweater, but I just kind of have to go to whatever's calling me. And I feel like this is calling me right now. I feel like it's a nice winter cast on. So we'll see how that goes. I am going to clean up my table after wrapping up all of Glenn's remaining Advents. I am going to organize some of my art supplies that I was playing around with last night, actually. And yeah, I'm just gonna see what I feel like doing today. I'm going to open up my puzzle advent, which I've been really enjoying. And I think it's because it's a 12-day and I didn't want the commitment of doing it every single day. And so this is perfect for me. Also, it's kind of an easy puzzle. There's been one or two spots where I've had to spend an extra few minutes trying to figure it out, but it's not a super challenging one, and December is a busy time. I've seen some advent puzzles that are pretty intense, 24 or 25 days, and they're huge. This is just the right size for me. The pieces are quite big, actually, and they're all numbered on the back with the day. So when I'm done, I actually have some cute little advent pouches from a previous yarn advent, like fabric ones. I think I'm going to put the pieces in those bags, but the only thing I'm a little disappointed about is that the nice large image that I'm using to put the pieces together is where you're opening up the doors and it's a big box. I kind of wish there was just like a big, I don't know, like the back of a box so I could cut it and put it back together afterwards. I feel like I could share that. I know my friend Kate from Hawthorne Cottage Craft is doing a puzzle advent, and her daughter and her friend are doing a puzzle advent, and then next year they're going to swap. I think that's such a great idea. So I'm going to see if anyone in my family wants to maybe do this next year. Maybe one of my nieces would like it. We will see, but I'm super excited. I'm kind of ready for a cozy day. I just wanted to have a bit of a mental break, and I knew that if I went downtown today, there were a few places I wanted to go. There was some walking involved. I think I would have come home too tired. So I'm going to save that special outing for another day. And I'm just going to have some fun at home. I don't know. I might even pull out my Christmas fabrics for this quilt I want to start, but I don't know if my head's even there. So I'm just going to see how it goes and have a cozy, creative afternoon. I'm having the laziest afternoon and I love it. I've caked up 4 days of my Camijo Knits Advent calendar. Here is the first one. So pretty. I've got the pattern here, and the other 3 days, I just kept them in their little bags so I remember what's what. And I'm kind of hoping to do something with these stickers afterwards. Maybe I can cut them out and put them in one of my knitting journals. I've popped everything into another leather bunny bag, which I can even put inside of my carry-all bag. This one is in rose pink, and I'm really excited about this. I pulled out one of my favorite traveler's notebooks. In here, I think I have a knitting journal. And I also have a notebook with a whole bunch of like schedules, routines, household things, weekly routines, daily routines, and I feel like I just want to flip through again and maybe refresh on a few things so that I can get really on track for these next few busy weeks. I think this is going to end up in my carry-all bag downstairs. That bag has just been accumulating things all week, which I kind of love. And I also got a little delivery today. I got a package of one of my favorite flavored coffees from Java Works. This is the coconut macaroon. I love coconut flavored stuff. And I always like to have a package of flavored coffee for Christmas, or even the weeks leading up to Christmas. I just think it's such a nice treat, and this is one of my favorites. I also got a new sharpener, pencil sharpener, which I am very excited about. I have a really basic, like, school style one on the wall in here, but it's a little aggressive. And I have these really nice colored pencils. They're my favorite. They are the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils, and they need to be sharpened. I was doing some swatches yesterday in my little book here, just noting all of the colors that I have. And I did a bit of research, and this pencil sharpener got great reviews for sharpening good pencils. And I have a few Blackwing pencils and then my colored pencils, and I really like this one. I've tried it out. It's the Mitsubishi KH20. There are no English instructions inside or on the box, so I just had to look up a quick little video. It's super simple, but I just wanted to see what features it had, and I really, really like it. I've never had one that just sits on the table like this. So this is going to get put in my little cart here, and I think I'm going to spend the next little bit of time watching some vlogmases and just kind of fiddling around with some of my journals and notebooks. It's really nice to have no plans, and I'm just going to enjoy it. I think later on, I haven't quite figured out what to make for dinner, but I would really like to bake something. And I was looking at the new cookbook, Dory's Anytime Cakes, and I'm very, very tempted. But because I'm also having a lazy day and not feeling a ton of energy, I think I'm going to make a recipe for gingerbread that I have made time and time again. It's such an easy one from Lori Colwyn. It's a basic recipe, but it's so delicious. It reminds me of winter, and I think we would all really enjoy some of that tonight. I'll share the recipe with you and the book it's from when I go downstairs later, but I think I have a couple of hours to just enjoy some quiet time in here and watch some vlogmases. I've had such a good afternoon just puttering around in the studio. I set up a couple of new knitting projects. I caked up yarn. I set up new journals and planners for 2026. And I had vlogmases playing in the background. But it's 5 o'clock and I'm starting to think about dinner. I took some ground beef out of the freezer earlier without much of a plan. But I've just decided to keep tonight's dinner really easy and make these sloppy joes from Everyday Food, which is a Martha Stewart publication. I've had these for so long. Look how rough they look. I used to get these magazines in the mail every month. I still have them in the basement. I was actually thinking of taking them out and putting them on a little shelf somewhere, but I am just going to make these, keep it simple. And while I was looking for the recipe, I also pulled out the other one and found one of my other favorites. I'm not making this tonight. It's a little bit messy with shredding all of the potatoes, but these sweet potato pancakes or regular potato pancakes or roasties, they are my favorite. So I think I'm going to keep this out and make these on the weekend. James is coming home tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. And this is the book that I'm using for gingerbread. It's Home Cooking by Lori Colwyn. It's one of my favorite books ever. And the instructions are literally just written out here. Maybe you can screenshot that if you are interested. And then the rest of it here. I don't put any icing on it, but it is a really nice gingerbread. So I think I'm going to make dinner. As soon as that is simmering on the stove, I'm going to get this gingerbread started, pop it in the oven, and then a little later on, I can sit down with maybe a cup of tea and a piece of gingerbread. I'm also loving adding little things to my carry-all. Is this not the cutest? It's a Vera Bradley bag charm pouch that I got from Anthropologie during their sale. I just clipped it on. I think it's so cute. I'm going to put a little lip balm in here, maybe one of my hand balms. I just think it's so cute. I've added my traveler's notebook in here with a little pen thing. I've got my medium size zip pouch with all of my other bits and pieces, washi tape, notebook. Oh, see this? I can put this from Tuft Woolens right in here. I think that's perfect. I have also added my little portable lamp, which is, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I will put it on the screen, but I love this little thing. And it's been so dark lately that I find this helpful. If I don't want to put a bigger lamp on, I can just pop this around my neck and see my knitting a little better. I have not touched this, so I'm hoping to work on this tonight. But I love toting all of these things around with me. I just think this little bear is the cutest thing ever. Pop that in there. I need a lip balm in there too, but there we go. I'm all set for the night. I still need to open my puzzle advent and the rest of my advents for today. And I'm going to continue on with this super cozy day. The snow has stopped and I'm hoping it doesn't start again because we are driving to get James tomorrow. And I'm really looking forward to it.